Chapter 1. The University that Amazed the Ancient World. Imagine a university so famous that students crossed mountains, deserts, and kingdoms just to study there. More than 1,500 years ago, this incredible place stood in the heart of ancient India. Its name was Nalanda, and it would become one of the greatest centers of learning in human history. At a time when much of the world struggled with constant wars, Nalanda was building something different. Here, knowledge was considered the greatest treasure anyone could possess. Kings didn't come here to conquer. They came to protect and support learning. Nalanda wasn't just a school. It was an entire city built around education. Thousands of students lived, studied, debated, and dreamed within these walls every single day. The campus echoed with conversations about mathematics, medicine, philosophy, and the mysteries of the universe. Knowledge flowed through Nalanda like a river, connecting people from across Asia. Travelers spent months on dangerous journeys because they believed Nalanda held answers they couldn't find anywhere else. But what made this university so extraordinary that the entire ancient world admired it? That's where our story truly begins. Chapter 2. Inside the Greatest University. Every morning, before the sun fully rose, Nalanda was already awake. The sound of bells echoed across the campus, calling thousands of students to begin another day of learning. Unlike modern universities, Nalanda wasn't just a place to attend classes, it was a complete community. Students lived alongside their teachers, learning not only from books, but from everyday conversations. Getting into Nalanda wasn't easy. Only the brightest minds earned a place. Historical accounts describe challenging oral examinations that tested both knowledge and reasoning. Many hopeful students were turned away, forced to continue their studies elsewhere. Those who succeeded joined one of the most respected centers of knowledge in the ancient world. Lessons covered far more than religion. Curiosity had no boundaries here. Astronomers tracked the stars. Physicians studied healing. Philosophers debated the meaning of existence. The university welcomed scholars from across Asia, creating one of history's first truly international campuses. Among these visitors was a young monk from China whose writings would preserve Nalanda's story for centuries. Chapter 3. The library that held the wisdom of the ancient world. As Xuanzang explored Nalanda, one place left him completely speechless: the university's legendary library. This wasn't just one building. It was an entire complex dedicated to preserving knowledge. Inside were thousands upon thousands of handwritten manuscripts collected over centuries. Every manuscript had been carefully copied by hand, one page at a time. One mistake could erase months of painstaking work. The library preserved ideas from generations of philosophers, doctors, mathematicians, and astronomers. Knowledge from India mixed with ideas brought by travelers from distant lands. New discoveries were debated, challenged, improved, and carefully recorded for future generations. In a world without printing presses, every manuscript was a priceless treasure. Losing even one could mean losing knowledge forever. For centuries, Nalanda stood as one of humanity's greatest guardians of learning. But beyond the horizon, an army was approaching, and history was about to change forever. Chapter 4. The day everything changed. For nearly 7 centuries, Nalanda had survived the rise and fall of powerful kingdoms. But in the late 12th century, a new threat appeared in northern India. An army led by Bakhtiyar Khilji advanced through the region, capturing cities along its path. Eventually, that army reached the peaceful University of Nalanda. The quiet halls that once echoed with debate were suddenly filled with fear and confusion. Buildings were damaged, priceless collections were destroyed, and centuries of learning were placed in danger. Many scholars tried to save whatever manuscripts they could carry. Some escaped with precious texts. Countless others were lost forever. Later traditions tell a remarkable story that the vast library burned for months because of its enormous collection. Historians continue to debate that detail, but they agree the destruction was devastating. Centuries of accumulated knowledge disappeared, leaving gaps that can never truly be filled. When the smoke finally cleared, one of the greatest universities in history had fallen silent. Chapter 5. A legacy that refused to die. The flames eventually faded, but Nalanda's story was far from over. For centuries, the once great university slowly disappeared beneath soil, grass, and forgotten memories. Generations passed, and few people even knew this extraordinary place had ever existed. Then, archaeologists began uncovering layer after layer of history hidden beneath the earth. Brick by brick, temples, classrooms, monasteries, and courtyards returned to the light. The discoveries confirmed what ancient travelers had written centuries earlier. Today, visitors walk the same pathways where thousands of scholars once debated ideas that shaped history. Every weathered brick reminds us that civilizations are built not only by armies, but by ideas. Nalanda proved that knowledge could unite people from different cultures, languages, and beliefs. Its buildings may have fallen, but its influence continues to inspire universities around the world. Some treasures are made of gold. Others are made of knowledge passed from one generation to the next. Nalanda reminds us that while empires rise and fall, the pursuit of knowledge can outlive them all. Follow for more incredible stories from ancient history.